Just kind of checking in with yourself, seeing what comes up for you today as you come to your mat. And just beginning to scan your body from the top of your head all the way down to your feet, kind of noticing any areas of tension or discomfort. And not to focus on those areas, but just be mindful of them as we practice today. And then start to bring some awareness to your breath, shifting that awareness low into the belly, and thinking about that nice, complete belly breath. So you're inhaling and exhaling at a pace that feels comfortable to you. We're starting in child's pose or puppy pose. So just bringing some awareness as you inhale and exhale into the lowest part of your belly. Just kind of paying attention and maybe beginning to lengthen both parts of the breath. And as you inhale, think about bringing yourself into the space. Into this space in your day for your yoga practice, into the physical environment that you're in. And as you exhale, think about letting go of your morning. Letting go of your to-do list, letting go of any worries or concerns that you have, just so you can fully focus in on your practice. And then as you continue to deeply breathe, I invite you to set an intention for your practice today, something that you'd like to focus on. Maybe it's just moving your body in a mindful way. Maybe it's focusing in on bringing in a sense of peace to your body and mind today. So whatever it is, without judgment, bring that into your heart. Breathe deeply into it. And then we'll take about 5 or 6 more cycles of just nice lengthened diaphragmatic or belly breathing. So pick a count that feels available to you and inhale and exhale for the next 5 or 6 breath cycles. And I want you to really be mindful of counting those breath cycles. So maybe even counting to yourself, inhaling 3, 4, 5, or 6 counts, and then exhaling the same. And then after you finish your 5th or 6th cycle, go ahead and just slowly start to come into tabletop. Do this with your eyes closed if you feel comfortable, but just start to shift your weight from fingertips back towards your heels, just kind of coming into your body a little bit today. You can do this with the tops of the feet flat or the toes slightly tucked under, whatever feels best for you. And then we'll start to take some clockwise hip circles, so just really rotating your entire body in a clockwise direction. And then switch directions counterclockwise. Start to bring some movement into the trunk, into the side bodies, into the hips. And then when you feel ready, start to cycle through cat and cow. So on an inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze, coming into cow pose. As you exhale, round your back, press away, coming into cat. And just start to flow with the pace of your breath. So pausing if you need a little bit more time in each pose, maybe breathing longer. Otherwise, just cycling. Inhale to cow, exhale to cat. And as you do this, I invite you to take any modifications or added movements that might feel good. So if you want to shift your hips from side to side, you can do that. If you want to keep your toes tucked under and shift your weight back slightly, you can do that. So really just do what feels right for your body today. And just take a couple more cycles at your own pace. Inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat. Finishing the cycle that you're on, inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat, and then we'll come back to a neutral spine in tabletop. On your next inhale, send your left toes back, so keep your toes on the mat, float your right palm, cross body balance, and focus your energy around the midsection. So drawing the navel slightly in, keeping your back parallel to the mat. On an exhale, tabletop. Inhale, send the right toes back, left palm floats, and just allow yourself to be in your body. So feel what you feel, appreciating some activation around the midsection. Exhale to tabletop. Inhale, left toes back, right palm floats. If it's available to you, you can float your left heel. Doesn't have to be super far off your mat. Be mindful to not dump into your low back as you float your legs, so still drawing the navel into the spine. As you exhale, knee towards the elbow, so pulling everything in. As you inhale, extend. Flat back, exhale, draw to center. Good, inhale, extend. Last time, exhale, pull to center. Inhale, extend, pause here. So reaching through right fingertips and your left heel. So your foot is flexed on that lifted leg. Good, couple more breath cycles, navel to the spine. As you exhale, I want you to keep your left leg lifted, set your right hand down and come over to your right hand and knee. Modified half moon. So you can always set that left leg down if you need to, otherwise keep it lifted, flexing through the left foot, fingertips reach for the sky, gazing upward at that left hand. Good, breathing in. As you exhale, sweep the left arm up next to your ear, reaching, lengthening the left side body. Pause and breathe. One more breath in. Exhale to tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Right toes back, left palm extends towards the sky. Option to float your right heel. Again, right foot is flexed, belly draws in towards the spine. Think about activating the back of the hip. Belly draws in, back is nice and parallel to your mat. On an exhale, knee to opposite elbow, curl to center. Inhale, extend, reach through that right heel. Exhale, curl to center. Inhale, extend, belly in. Exhale, center. Inhale, extend, pause and breathe. Right foot is flexed, so checking your alignment. Belly is in, neutral spine. Pause and breathe. Keeping your right leg lifted, set your left hand down. Come over to your left hand and knee, right arm extends up towards the sky, keeping that right foot flexed. Maybe even pressing back slightly through the right heel. Good, taking a breath in, reaching those right fingertips for the sky. As you exhale, sweep that arm up next to your ear. Reach through your fingertips big, side body lengthening. And then as you exhale, release everything to tabletop. One cycle of cat and cow, inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat. And then as you feel ready, come back to that neutral spine, walk your hands a little bit more forward and find your variation of downward facing dog. So if down dog does not feel available to you today, you can always just stay in hands and knees, tabletop, or puppy or child's pose, good choices. Otherwise, as you come into down dog, just start to invite some movement into the legs, into the head and neck. Pedaling out the feet, dropping a knee towards the center, kind of pressing into the hips a little bit. This is where you're, again, listening to your body. Seeing what feels good for you today. Focusing in on really utilizing the length of your mat for your downward facing dog. Breathing. And then on an inhale, draw the shoulders over your hands and come into plank pose. Give a little press into that middle part of your back. Draw the belly in. Just like you did in tabletop, your back is parallel to your mat. Good. If you want an additional challenge, float your left foot just slightly off the mat. Pause and breathe. Good. Left foot sets down. Plank pose. Inhale, lift the right foot. Belly in, just an option. You do not have to do this. Good. Set the foot down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really grounding through the hands and feet, spreading the fingers nice and wide. Looking forward towards your hands. Set your right foot between the hands. Left knee drops down. Sweep your arms up for a low lunge. Soft taps of the shoulders, pressing the front of the left hip forward. As you exhale, twist to the right. So spreading your fingers nice and wide. Opening the hands, nice. Keeping your shoulders stacked up over the pelvis. Optional quad stretch if that's available to you, reaching back for the instep of that back foot. If it's not, don't worry about it. Good. Slowly releasing from that twist, sweeping both arms up, breathing in, lifting the gaze. As you exhale, press the palms forward. Round out the middle part of your back and drop your chin slightly. So kind of breathing into that space between the shoulder blades. Good. Inhale, sweep both hands back up. Exhale, drop your right arm down. Reach your left arm up and over. Side stretch. Nice. So you're side stretching towards the right. Right fingertips reach for the floor. Good. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, plant your hands, curl your back toes under, come up for runner's lunge. So up on the ball of the back foot, letting the front of that left hip drop down, keeping your knee tracking over your ankle on the front leg, and then just bring your gaze slightly forward, belly in. Good. As you inhale, go ahead and send your hips up. Drop your head down towards your knees, so a little length into the hamstrings. As you exhale, sink into that runner's lunge, belly in, chest lifts, look forward. Kind of allowing the left hip to drop down, back knee stays straight. Good, last time, inhale, lift the hips, drop the head down. And then exhale, runner's lunge, look forward. One more inhale. As you exhale, step your right foot back to meet your left. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the hip, pedal out the knees or the feet. Taking a break as you need to, tabletop or child's pose. Just kind of notice a difference between sides here. So starting a little bit of hip opening. Do those same series of poses on the second side. So just kind of checking in with yourself here, noticing how things feel, taking any adjustments that you might need to take. And then looking forward towards your hands. This time we'll step the left foot through, set your right knee down, and come up to low lunge, second side. So you can always flip that long edge of your mat over for a little bit of extra padding. But pressing the front of the right hip forward, dropping the shoulders down away from the ears. As you exhale, we'll take a twist this time to the left. So right hand goes on the outside of the left knee. Extend your left fingertips back. Optional quad stretch, just like you did on side one. If that's not available to you, just keep reaching through the left hand as you rotate from the low belly. Good. Slowly release from that twist. Sweep one or both of your arms up. Drop the shoulders down. Lift your gaze. As you exhale this time, interlace your hands on top of the sacrum, opening the chest and shoulders. So shoulder blades pulled together, chin lifts. Still pressing the front of the right hip forward. Good. Release the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, left arm drops down. Right arm reaches up and over. Side stretch to the left. Kind of reaching those left fingertips for the floor. Relaxing the face and jaw. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Curl your back toes under. Runner's lunge. Tenting the fingers on both hands. Knee over the ankle on that front leg. Back knee is straight, belly is in. As you inhale, send the hips high. Drop your head down. Might need to step in that back foot just slightly. And as you exhale, lower down. Runner's lunge, look forward. Belly in. Good, again, inhale, send the hips up. Drop the head down. Relax the back and the neck. And then exhale, runner's lunge, look forward, belly in. One more breath in. As you exhale this time, I want you to step forward. Forward fold towards the top of your mat. So bring your feet about hips distance apart and just allow your hands to dangle down towards the floor, maybe grabbing opposite elbows, just kind of allowing the upper body to sway slightly from side to side. Good, and then bending your knees, pressing through your feet. Take your time, come all the way up to stand. Once you're standing, reach your arms up. Pedal out those feet. On an exhale, take a tip to the right. Side stretch, nice and easy. Inhale, lengthen up towards the sky. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, mountain pose. Palms down at your sides. Bring your feet about fist distance apart. And just kind of let yourself be in your body a little bit here. So notice the ground beneath your feet. Notice your weight distribution. Just kind of recognize how you feel in standing. And reconnect with that intention that you set for your practice today. Good. Belly and tail slightly turned under. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. Take a little back bend. As you exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Bend your knees as you need to. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Look up. Little back bend. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Look up. Little back bend. This time, exhale, hands to heart center. Good, sun salutation A. Inhale, sweeping up, little back bend. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, leading with your heart. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank and pause. Be mindful of that trunk alignment, just like we practiced earlier today. Drop your knees to the mat, lower halfway to chaturanga. Hug those elbows in. Release to your tummy. Inhale, arms at your sides, come up for locust pose. Shoulder blades draw together, float the arms or float the feet and the arms. Exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog, hips high. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Good, take a breath in. Big exhale through the mouth. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Breathe into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, look up, little back bend. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, leading with your heart. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank, pause, breathe in. Exhale, knees to the mat, chaturanga. Release to your tummy, locust or baby cobra. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high. Good. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Look up. Exhale, forward fold, leading with your heart. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank, pause. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, lower halfway chaturanga from your toes or your knees. Inhale, baby cobra, locust, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward between the hands, pivot your back heel down, come up for triangle pose. So for triangle pose, you're gonna set your hand, if you have a block, great. If not, you're gonna set your hand either on your lower leg or your thigh, float your left arm up. Key is that you want that front body open to the left wall. Your foot position is similar to as it would be for warrior two. Good. Gaze is either up towards that left hand or down towards your right foot, depending on what feels best on your neck. Good, we'll take a partial bind if that's available to you. So left hand is gonna reach around the low back for that right hip crease. Really think about opening the left side of the chest here. Pause and breathe. Good, on an inhale, send that left arm all the way up towards the ceiling, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, reverse triangle. So sweeping that left hand back, sweeping the right arm up, palm faces the back wall. Side stretch on the right. Pause and breathe. Relaxing the face and jaw. Good, as you exhale, half moon. Fingertips go to the floor, a chair, a block, whatever you have available to you. Gaze can be down towards the right foot or up towards the left hand. Pause and breathe, still opening that front body to the left wall. Try to be light on your bottom hand. Foot is flexed on the lifted leg. Pause and breathe. Good, on your next exhale, left side comes all the way down. Big step back with the right to plank pose. Breathe in, exhale, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, any back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Grounding through your hands and feet, take a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Big heavy sigh through the mouth. And then take a breather in child's or puppy pose. Just kind of check in with yourself here. Notice how you're feeling. Notice the difference between sides. Just kind of noticing how that things feel. And remember that you're being kind to yourself. So checking in with any areas in the body where you're having discomfort. And then when you're ready, I want you to slowly make your way back up to downward facing dog. Again, utilizing the length of your mat. And then looking forward between the hands, go ahead and step your left foot through. Pivot your back heel down. Inhale, triangle pose. Second side. So both knees are straight, but you want to have a micro bend, especially in that front knee. Front body this time is open to the right wall, reaching those right fingertips high. Relaxing the face and jaw. So doing your best here not to collapse onto your leg wherever you are. So really trying to find a spot where you feel a nice side stretch and hamstring lengthening, but you're not overextending yourself. Option for a partial bind, right arm reaches around the low back for that left hip crease, opening up the right side of the chest. Good, then inhale, sweeping that right arm all the way back up. And then as you exhale, reverse triangle. Left palm faces the back wall, nice and light on that back hand. Side stretch on the left. Relax the face. Good, breathing in and out. Good, on your next exhale, find half moon. Shifting your weight onto the front leg, floating the back foot up. As you come into this pose, do your best to float your foot on the, or to flex your foot on the lifted leg and try to be light on that bottom hand. Gaze can be down or to the right wall. Remember, you're utilizing a focal point, something to help you keep your attention in this balanced pose. And then as you exhale, step it all the way back, find plank pose. Breathe in, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, any back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Just pause and breathe, 2 breaths. Relax the face. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Breathe into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, toe heel your feet to touch. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips back, tuck your tailbone under. Exhale, wide arm twist to the right. So you're going to spread your arms nice and wide, spread your fingers, keep your knees in a line. Good, pause and breathe. Exhale, forward fold. Good, as you inhale, sink the hips, chair pose, Utkatasana. Tailbone tucks under, soft tops of the shoulders. Exhale, wide arm twist to the left, knees in a line. Activate through your hands, relax your face. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Pause, move through your vinyasa series if you'd like. If you're getting tired, and just press back to downward facing dog or another pose of your choice. Once you're in down dog, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it forward, come up to warrior 1. Virabhadrasana 1. Good, as you exhale, find airplane arms. So sending your arms back, hinging over that front thigh, pulling your shoulder blades together. Pressing into that back heel, just kind of noticing the activation in your back body. Relax the face. Good, inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, shift your weight to your front leg, take your variation of tree pose. Standing tall on the right side. Left foot can come to the calf, the ankle, or the inner thigh. Pause and breathe. Find activation in the right hip. Standing tall on that right leg. As you exhale, big step back with the left leg. Bring the hands all the way down to the mat. Step it back to plank pose. Vinyasa, or downward facing dog. Once you're in your downward facing dog, take a cleansing breath. Grounding through your hands and feet. Good. As you feel ready, inhale, left leg high, reaching through that foot. Exhale, step it forward, warrior one. Pivot the back heel down, hips and shoulders square to the front of your mat. Good. Breathing in, reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, send the arms back, airplane arms, hinging over the front thigh. Shoulder blades pull towards your spine, really reaching out through the fingertips. Belly in. Notice the activation in your legs. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up, warrior one. Soft tops of the shoulders, relax your face. Exhale, shift onto the front leg, tree pose. Turning that right knee out to the side if your foot is on either your ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Soft tops of the shoulders, use your drishti or focal point. Stand tall on your left leg, pause and breathe. Soften the bottom of your left foot. Good. As you exhale, big step back with the right foot. Plant your hands and find plank pose. Breathe in, vinyasa, or downward facing dog. Good. As you inhale, shift your shoulders over your hands for plank, and then walk down to your forearms for forearm plank. You can do this from your toes or your knees, but we'll shift our weight over to our left arm for side arm balance. Again, bottom knee can drop down here. Lots of variations, doing your best to float the right side of the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Check your shoulder over elbow alignment on that bottom arm. Pause and breathe. As you exhale, forearm plank in the center, toes or knees. And then shift over onto your right arm, side arm balance, left side of the pelvis reaches up for the sky, reaching through your left hand. And exhale, forearm plank. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your knees to the mat. Slide your forearms slightly ahead, Sphinx pose. So lift your heart, give a gentle press into your hands, lengthen the abdominal muscles. Nice passive back bend here, heart open, throat open. Good. As you exhale, release everything. Stack your hands, turn your toes out, come to crocodile pose. So forehead comes to those stacked hands. Just allowing your low back to release. Breathe into the belly. So just like we did at the beginning of the practice today, take a couple nice long deep breaths, kind of feeling the expansion of your belly into the mat. As you inhale, gentle retraction as you exhale. And take 2 or 3 cycles in that way. When you feel ready, slowly begin to bring your feet in so they're in line with your hips. And then we'll let the arms be down at the sides. You can turn either cheek to the mat. And then as you inhale, lift your heart and your arms up. If it's available to you, float your feet, Locust Pose variation. So we're gonna pause and breathe here. Doesn't matter how high you lift, but do what feels good for your body. Good, one more inhale. As you exhale, if you'd like, turn the palms down towards the floor and bring your arms out to a T, still gazing downward towards your mat. Pause and breathe. Think about pulling the shoulder blades towards your spine. And then if it's available to you, float the arms up, thumbs towards the ceiling, Y shape. Pause and breathe. And then bringing the arms all the way back down to the sides, lift your heart up, fingertips reach back for your toes, pause and breathe. And then exhale, release everything, opposite cheek to the mat. And when you're ready, slowly making your way over onto your back. As you come to your back, go ahead and draw one or both knees in. Just create a little bit of rounding in the spine. And maybe rock from side to side or make some circles on the mat through your low back. A nice counter pose to those active back bends. And then if you do have a block or a rolled towel, we'll take unsupported legs up the wall for a gentle inversion today. So you can set your feet down on the mat. As you float your hips up, you'll slide your prop underneath your sacrum, so it's right at the base. Arms down at your sides. Tucking the shoulder blades underneath you, palms are up. You can extend one leg up at a time towards the ceiling. And then just blink your eyes closed or lower your gaze. Just allow your legs to feel light. Take a cleansing breath here. So inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. And then when you feel ready, you can slowly release the legs down. If you used a prop, go ahead and scoot it off to the side. And then we'll take reclining pigeon on the left side. So making that figure 4 position, left crossing over right, just pressing the left knee out to the side. If you'd like, grabbing the legs, grabbing the right leg and pulling them in. And then rocking or some ankle movements might feel good. Just kind of make the pose your own. And then slowly uncrossing the legs, pulling the knees in towards either shoulder. Just allowing the low back to release again. And then setting your left foot on the mat, crossing right over left, reclining pigeon, second side. Just kind of letting that right knee drop out to the side. And if you'd like, grabbing behind your left thigh. And then start to slowly come out of it. Go ahead and take the next 30 seconds or so and explore any other poses that you might need to complete your practice today before we make our way into our final relaxation. And whenever you're ready, you can start to slowly make your way into your Savasana, tucking the shoulder blades underneath you, letting the palms be up, allowing your feet and ankles to relax comfortably towards the long edges of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Big, heavy sigh through the mouth. Allowing your eyes to close or lowering your gaze. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Notice where you feel the breath. Notice how you feel. Put a pause on the mind chatter for a few moments. Allow the ground to support you. Your body and mind at peace for a few moments.